Sepp, wo bist?
Listen to the Vibes.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Listen to the Vibes. Very privileged to have the one and only Gary Gradwohl here, all the way from Austria, and he is a jazz fusion guitarist. Got a new album coming out Friday, May 3rd. So let's get to know him and talk a little bit about the music. Let's kick it off right, man. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, thanks for having me first. Yeah, I'm in the business since about, I don't know, I started with 10 years playing guitar, and now I'm 57, so I have some kilometers behind me, and I started out with rock music and hard rock music, so I'm not a jazz musician who plays now fusion or jazz rock. I'm more a rock musician who plays jazz and jazz rock now. So that's what I am, and I'm a freelancer. But besides, I'm teaching at a university in Austria, where you can study popular music, guitar, and get your academic degree. So I'm there already since 30 years, and playing gigs with some of the guys here in Austria, and at the moment mostly with my own project. And I try to keep myself busy with my own music. Let's say it like that.
Well, Gerald, you got quite the lineup on your album. Can you tell me about the guys that are playing with you?
Yeah, the main section is the rhythm section with Kirk Covington and on drums, and Adam Nitti on bass. Kirk, you maybe know from Tribal Tech, or he played with Joe Savino, Scott Henderson, and Adam Nitti is, I think he's from Atlanta and moved now to Nashville. Great bass player. And with this lineup, we had a tour in 2014 when I invited them to Europe. And since this time, we are talking about a recording to make. So it took a little while. And yeah, it ended up now. It's a project that I started in during the pandemic, when I recorded with my regular band here. And parallel, I started this project with sending files back and forth, and it ended up like this. I have three more guests on the record. The main thing is trio stuff. But then I got, for one tune, I got Bill Evans on saxophone for one track, which I'm very happy about. And one track Kirk couldn't make, so I got Gergo Borlai on drums. He's a Hungarian drummer who's now really, really into the scene, into the fusion scene. He plays with with everybody in the fusion scene now, Frank Gambale, for example, or some other guys, Gary Willis, and so. And then there is one track with just with percussion and bass, guitar, percussion, and bass, and it's Stephan Maass on percussion from Germany. Yeah, that's it.
So was it a challenge having to, everybody played in their own place and not in the studio?
Yes, that's usually not the way I do my records. I always preferred to be in the same room and do recordings in 2 days or so. So all my records happened like this. till now, but it didn't work out with these guys. So it was too expensive to get them over here or to fly over there, and moreover, you couldn't fly anywhere in this time. So I tried to. I tried to do it. It was some kind of a try, and I wanted to prove that it's possible to do a record that still sounds pretty much live and not put together. And I hope it worked out. In my mind, it worked out, but I don't know.
Well, I was going to say, it sounds like you all played live in the studio and not separately like that.
Yeah, I tried to prepare the files like that, so how we would do it live, and we talked about the recording process, and they are all great musicians who really know what they do, what they are doing, and so I think it turned out really, really cool. I'm very happy with the product. I like it a lot.
Did you have a specific theme when you started out this album?
Not really, no. Not a special theme. I just thought about. I'm always composing a little bit, and I'm do some rest and then do further composing. And I thought of the lineup, and when I thought of the lineup, I thought, okay, how could a tune be when I record with these guys? And so this was the process. I just tried a few things, but there was no special theme. I cannot say that. No.
I always wondered what was going through a guy's mind when he sits down and he writes a song, especially like the way you write.
Well, in my case, I can tell it's more I'm sitting down and playing some grooves or so, and when I'm improvising, and when there's a part that I think that sounds cool, then I record it on the phone or so and keep it. And sometimes it works out immediately, and one comes to another. One groove comes to the other groove, or the B part or C part or so. And sometimes it takes longer. But it mostly starts out with, not with melodies, but more some kind of a groove or a vibe that I have, and that I'm in, and I play, and when I like some things, then I try to make a song out of it.
When you're listening to music, just like you're driving around in your car or whatever, does that influence what you're writing at the time?
Yeah, I'm copying everything that I can copy, and I try to make it sound that it doesn't sound too much like a copy. To be honest, so I mean, I think we're all influenced by others. It would be very, very, I don't know the English word for it, to say that my songs are unique or original. No. I mean, you're influenced with stuff, and sometimes I think, it would be cool to do a song like this or that, and then I'm going to work on that.
So
I hope it doesn't sound like a lot of copies.
I guess it's safe to say you were listening to a lot of funk when you did this album.
Yes, too, but also I love various styles. So I really love rock music. In the car, I often listen to real rock or hard rock or whatever. It has to have some power. That's what I like. But sometimes I have some phases when I want to hear just pure jazz or authentic jazz. I mean, my harmonics are really. I don't want to do music that's too much predictable. I don't know if that's the right word, like it is sometimes in rock music. There is a lot of cool rock music, but I like the jazzy background. I like to play jazz with a rock attitude. Let's say it like that. And of course, I love funk music. I love rhythm guitar. I mean, when you are a guitarist, mostly you're working on your solo skills, which is fine, and I did that too. But I also always worked on my rhythm stuff and rhythm guitar, and I like to be on stage and play rhythm guitar for minutes or even hours or so. So yeah, maybe not everybody is like that, but I love it.
Where'd you get your love for jazz?
I think it was. Um, I worked a lot on rock and hard rock stuff and shredding, like it was in the 80s. I grew up in the 80s with all the guys that were popular then, like Malmsteen and all the shredders, and they influenced me. But there was a point when I thought, there must be something else than rushing or shredding up the fretboard in just one key, in C minor or A minor. There must be something else. And then I listened to, I think it was a Mike Stern record, the first Mike Stern record. And this was a mixture of, it was rock music, but there was something else. There were harmonies that I wasn't that familiar with, and I wanted to know what it is. And so I came into jazz music, and then I studied jazz. My teacher told me a lot about chords and stuff, and but I always loved the rock attitude. I mean, I'm a big Van Halen fan. It was maybe one of my first. He was unique, and
Sure.
I still love to listen to them. I loved Gary Moore a lot. So they're all the rock phase, not the blues phase, but but the stuff that he did before he made the blues records, and they all played with a lot of attitude and power. Yeah, but I wanted something. I wanted a little bit more, other harmonies, and I thought there is something else, and there was something else. I tried to work on that.
Your love of music, is that why you got into teaching?
Mm, well, I wouldn't say it like that. I mean, I thought uh, I want to make my living with music, and in the beginning, I could imagine to earn money with live playing, so I started teaching privately a little bit when I got better and saw that there is some money uh, to make. And so I kept it, and years after that, I really am happy that I did that because it helped me to come through the pandemic with not the troubles or problems that a lot of my colleagues had. So I had my job, and I was very happy about that. And I have to say I like to teach because, especially on a university, you always have people who really want to do that and are interested, and you're learning a lot when you teach because sometimes we work on things uh, that I didn't work on for a longer time, so I learn with them. So I have to check it out again, and that's very good for myself too. So I love teaching, I like it.
What are the kids over there listening to?
Poor. different stuff. I don't know. But my students are very much into the more rock orientated stuff, like I don't know, Andy Timmons. But it's totally, it varies a lot. I have some that are totally into bebop. It really surprises me sometimes, because especially in our times, that a young guy really wants to play bebop. So that's really special. But I have to say, his main band, when he hears that, he will laugh. Is a real, I don't know the style, core metal band, and in his studies he does bebop. So that's a really strange combination. Yeah, and pop and rock music. I have guys who are into the pop scene a little bit more, like with playing with singers and bands that play music that is played on the radio. A lot of different guys. The very young guys, they all like these bands like Polyphia and that stuff. I don't know if you know that.
I don't know that one.
The YouTube guys from wherever, shredding like in lightning speed. So, but I'm not so much into that. I love shredding, but I like more the guys who play in bands and who play music live in front of an audience than just on YouTube and doing YouTube stuff, which is great too. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I like more musicians who are on stage and go on tour and play live music in front of an audience. That's my kind of stuff.
Well, if you don't mind me getting a little personal, what has been the biggest hurdle in your personal life?
The biggest what hurdle?
Mm-hmm.
The biggest hurdle. So the biggest obstacle, like,
Yeah.
can you say that? That's a very difficult question. Social media, maybe. I don't know. No, to be honest, I'm very lucky that there were not too much hurdles in my life. My parents always supported me, although it was in a time where nobody could imagine of the people that are the age of like my parents, that you can make a living out of music. But as soon as they saw that I'm very serious about that, so they supported me and never did anything to block me, and they are very proud. They were very proud of me. So I cannot tell any hurdles. Maybe I this is not a hurdle, but I decided to stay in Austria. That's maybe a thing. If I would have moved, maybe things would have been differently. But I'm not sure if that doesn't mean that they would have been better. I don't know. But music, I mean, Austria is a very small country, and it's really hard when you to get some popularity out of Austria, especially in this kind of music, you know. So would have been maybe easier, but I really say maybe because I don't know. I mean, there were many advantages when I stayed there. I have a real great family with kids and everything, so that's much more important to me. And I don't know if that would have happened when I would have left Austria. So I don't know.
So do you have any regrets?
No regrets. No. It was just so funny because when I was 18 or 19, I think 18, or maybe a little bit before, I told my friends, when I'm not famous within the next year, then I quit. So such stupid, you say such stupid things when you're young. Now a few years later, I'm still there. I didn't quit. And no, I'm happy with how the things happen. I can make a good living out of it, and the music that I do, and the records, they are my creative output, and I need that, and it's cool to do that. It's often you have to put some money in, but what should I do with my money if I don't put it in there?
Well, I mean, you've got some great musicians that play around you, so they really believe in you.
Yeah, I think I'm very happy that they joined me on this record. That's a good feeling. It makes a good vibe to me, or a good feeling to me.
How many albums has this made you?
You're asking me episode 6. This is my 7th album under my own name, under my name, and before that I did 4 others with original music, all music of mine, or almost my music, but we had a band name, and yeah. But it's the 7th album with under my name. Yeah, really put some stuff out. So as you see, I need that. I need that. Even if nobody buys it. I don't care.
No, but this is some great music. If the opportunity came that they said, I need you to come to the United States and go to California or wherever, would you take that opportunity?
You mean for a longer time?
Yeah.
Or I think I wouldn't want to live outside of Austria, but I would maybe go there for projects or so. Yeah, sure. My kids are grown up now, so I don't have any obligations at home that I have to stay at home or have to be at home every second day or so. So I could take some opportunities, and but I wouldn't leave my home to live in another country. I don't think so.
Are you planning on putting out another album right after this, or are you going to take a break?
Well, my last album before that was in 2021, and I started this project parallel to the other album. It's called Episode 6, and it's with my regular band. So I had now in 3 years 2 albums out. And I think I'll do a little break, and we'll see how. I don't know what time brings, because you cannot. I mean, Spotify and all that stuff. It's really hard to make some money with your own music. The only thing when you can make some money is when you play live, and sell some CDs. So. But I don't know what happens within the next 3 or 4 years, if the CDs are all gone, or I don't know. Last time I made with the 2021 record, I made the first time in my life vinyl, but it didn't work out that it didn't sell that good. Let's say it like that. People still buy some CDs here and listen to it online, which, yeah, it's okay. Well, I have to live with that.
Vinyl is so expensive.
Making vinyl is expensive, right. So I still have some vinyl at home. So I think it was the first and the only time that I made vinyl. It's too much money to put in there. At least in my case, yeah. And we'll see. As long as I think as I'm on the road with my band regularly, I will produce physical products, because people really like to grab some things of the band, and it makes some sense and makes some extra money. But yeah, we'll see what the time brings. Is bringing.
Yeah, I had let a bunch of my albums go through the years, and then decided that I wanted to go back and try to get those records back. And then
Really?
if you go to
Yeah.
the store and you buy the new pressings, what I paid anywhere from $6 to $8 for back in my day are now like $30, $40.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's really ridiculous. I still have I have not too much vinyl, but I have all my records there. And when I made my own vinyl 3 years ago, I bought a player again. Now I have a player and play my old vinyls from the 80s, which is nice. But yeah, the advantages of all the digital stuff is obvious, and the kids they don't care for that. That's at least my experience.
What's disappointing to me about digital streaming is even though you don't get the skips and the cracks and the pops and all that, you don't get the real clarity that you got when you played a record.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
don't hear all the instruments. You don't hear all that stuff that you used to hear in the background with streaming.
that's right. I think that's why I still listen to some CDs, and the CDs are, I think, a good project, and it's much better than the digital streaming. I mean, there are some platforms that I think stream in high fidelity, but I'm not so experienced with that, I have to say. I mostly listen to the digital stuff in the car, and there it's fine for me. But yeah, it's the digital thing is it's a difficult theme. Yeah, we'll see how that goes in the future with Spotify and all that kind of stuff.
But you're on Bandcamp, right?
I'm on Bandcamp. Yeah, that's a good thing. I think they are offering at least flags, so you can download WAVs or flags or MP3 or whatever, and that's fine. And you get much more money out of Bandcamp than you get per stream. And I have my own shop on my website. I started it a few months ago, which is a lot of work when you have to pack all the stuff yourself and bring it to the mail office and so. But it's okay. I offer all my products that I still have at home, and you can buy all the stuff on my website.
And what
Thing
is
is the shipping is so expensive. It really gets expensive. When you have to ship to America from Austria, it's about, package is 25 euros. That's like $25 or so. The package, just a mail package, and so that's not cool, but it is like that. So I mean, you can put it in a regular mail, like a letter or so, and you just pay $15, but you don't know if it's comes to the customer, and if it's lost, it's lost. So that's a little bit difficult, but I tried to do it. It's fine. Some guys use it. That's cool.
And what is your website?
My website is like my last name. It's Gradwohl, GRADWOHL.at. And then there you have everything from the touring page, shop page, biography, and all that kind of stuff.
And what about your social media?
My social media is it's social media. I hate it, but I have to do it.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
I'm on Instagram and on Facebook, and if you just put my name in, you'll find me. That's fine. I'm not on TikTok. That's a thing I think I don't understand. I'm too old for that.
I think they're gonna ban TikTok here in America anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah, but social media is at least when you use it for marketing, that's the one of the few things that you can do yourself. But it is some efforts. I did some videos now for the new record, and I put 8 days before I put every day a new video out. Today is the 7th, and tomorrow the last one. It's really some work, but people see it and maybe buy some CDs. It's at least something that you can do.
are you on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah, YouTube too, and all the links are on my website. So on YouTube, I put some live videos out there when we do some recordings just with a phone or so. But I like this vibe where it's just no special microphones, no nothing, just one screen, and I like it. There are some guys who hate that, like Scott Henderson. He absolutely hates that and puts everything down that is on YouTube from handies. But I like it a little bit. That's real life, so I like it.
Well, I will share all the links in the description just to make it easier for folks to find you. But
Yeah,
Gerald,
cool.
man, thank you so much for spending some time with me today.
Thank you for having me. All the best to you and your kids. How many do you have?
I have 5 children and 3 grandchildren.
Wow. Oh,
Yep, I'm Pawpaw.
cool. Yeah, me too. I have a grandchildren since a year now. That's really cool. That's another experience, man.
Yeah, that's another
cool.
reason to stay home, right?
Right. That is absolutely true.
Again, Gerald, thank you so much. And any future projects, let me know, man. I'd love to have you back on.
You're welcome, and I'll do that. Thank you very much for having me. All the best to you.
Thank you. And I also want to thank all you folks out there. If you are new to the channel, I hope you'll come back. Please hit that subscribe button from our regulars. You guys are awesome because you make it possible for me to do this. Until the next one, everyone, please take care. Be kind to one another. God bless and peace.